Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this live webinar. I welcome you wherever you are watching. It's 12 p.m. here in US in Eastern time. Whether you are in the evening time zone or morning time zone, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. So let's start. Please give me a yes in the comments if you can hear my voice or YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching. Please type yes so I can know you can hear my voice. If you can hear me, please type yes in the YouTube or on Facebook in the comments below, so I can see. See if you can hear me. All right, so let's start with our presentation. I have only 20 slides here. I'll try to finish it within 1 hour. So stick towards the end of the presentation, where I'm going to reveal my bootcamp conditions and terms and the details what I'm offering in this bootcamp. So my presentation is mainly basic for the basic online learning skills which you can learn today to earn money online. It's not it's for somebody who is absolute beginner. It's not for somebody who is already working or had a job or something like that. This boot camp or these slides are geared mainly towards the people who are absolute beginners, who has no working experience but who want to learn online. They have some free time and they want to utilize that time, whether they have a part-time job or something, and they have like a couple of hours a day which they want to utilize to earn more money. It is also for some people who want to learn new skills, but they don't know where to start. So this boot camp or these slides are basically geared towards those people. And this is also for somebody like me who cannot work alone and they need some motivation or some accountability partner. So this is also for people like this. So a little bit about myself before I start telling you what to do. A little bit about myself. So I'm engineer, basically electrical engineer, graduated from Pakistan, worked in Middle East as a consultant, moved to US, and been working in US since last 10, 12 years. I did recently my MBA in 2020. I also have interest in product. I have a product design certification. I recently did my Google UX design certification in this year. Other than that, I have interest in investment, so I keep learning on those, how to invest in stocks, how to invest in real estate. So that is also my knowledge journey here. The purpose I'm telling you here, because I'm not an expert in anything, and to be honest, I'm not expert in any field. So I'm not going to tell you I'm a guru. What I'm telling you here, that I'm a student and I keep learning. I'm still learning every day, and I like to learn new skills every day. And that's what I am promoting here in this webinar, that you need to learn new skills. What doesn't matter where you are in life, every day you need to learn some new skills. So enough about myself. Let's start with you. So I want to ask everybody on watching this webinar to take a paper and write something on the paper. Why you want to do this? Why you want to learn new skills? What is the motivation behind? What are your goals after going through this course? Is it making more money? Is it learning new skills? It is going into new career? What is the purpose? It is making money for your family, for better lifestyle, buying a house, buying a car. What are the goals? Write down those goals on a paper so you can get a better understanding, basically what is the goal here, what are you trying to achieve. So take a moment, write down on a paper as we are going through this presentation, and then towards the end you will see why I'm asking you to do it. And there is a book called from Simon Sinek, Start with Why. And that's where I'm taking this concept, because if you start with why, you really don't need external motivation. You will get internal motivation. You will know every time you feel bored or you feel stuck, you will see why you are doing it, and that will keep you going. Basically, that's the concept here. All right. So if you in the previous slide, if your goal is to earn money, and that is the basic motivation for every person who is doing job or who's trying to find a work, that is the main motivation, right? We want to make more money. So I want you to write down all your expenses, monthly expenses you spend, like food, like housing, like bills, education, food, any other clothes, everything, whatever you spend every month, take a paper and write down on a paper. So you know what is your budget, right? And that is basically your financial freedom number. If you get that every month, whether from a job, whether from a business, whether from online skill or something like that, that is your goal basically, to get to that number, so you don't have any financial stress, right? That is the concept here. That is the goal for this slide, is to understand what is your monthly target, right? Because once you determine that, then you can work backward to achieve that goal. If you don't know what's your target, then one day you will be up, second day you will be down, you don't know where you're going. But if you know that my target is to earn, let's say, $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 a month, then you can start working on it. Then you know how much effort it will take to earn that money, right? So this is just random numbers here based on my expenses in the US. Middle class lifestyle, probably 3,000 to 4,000 a month it will cost here. But depending upon where you are in the world, and everybody has a different circumstances, so take your own circumstances into consideration. See like what is your monthly expenses, what are your bills, what are your housing cost, what are your car cost, whatever the costs are, write down on a paper and come up with a number. All right. So if you I have actually a digital format for this, right? So if you see my screen here, I have this presentation, this Google slide, and I'll link this under my video, so you can make a copy, go to file, make a copy from here, and then here you can basically see I have put down all these expenses. So you can download this, make a copy, and then you can write all your expenses here. And then I also have the second other tabs here, which I will discuss in the next slides. All right, so let's go to the next slide, which is basically the concept of money. And I want everybody to understand what is the concept of money. So we all want to earn more money. We want better house, we want better car, we want, other expensive items in our life. But we don't understand what is money, how to earn more money. Everybody want to earn more money, but we really don't know what money is. So money is a transactional currency of transfer of value. You are creating a value, somebody need that value from that job or from that service, and you are selling that value, and somebody is willing to pay for that value. So I want you to understand, whatever the job you are doing, whatever the product you are selling, what is the value are you creating? Is that high enough value for somebody to pay you for $100, $200, $500, $1,000, $5,000? The more value you create, the more money you can make. And this applies to your life, to your job, to your business, whatever you do. The more value you create in somebody's life, the more money you can make. And whenever you are providing your service or product, you are basically making sure that your product or service is making some money for your client. If your product or service is not making or saving, there are many products which save money. If your product or service is not doing it, you cannot make money. You may be able to do it like for some time, but for long term, only the product or services survive, or jobs even survive, which create a value. For example, somebody hires you in a job, and they don't feel the value. Like they are giving you a salary, let's say $1,000, and you are not giving them $2,000 worth of value, they're not gonna keep you for a long time, right? So that is a concept in freelancing also. If you're trying to make money online, you need to see that your product or service is making value. Next slide we have, it's again about you. So take a paper and write down your skills. What are your skills you have right now in your current role or job or whatever in your current situation is. And also write down your strengths and your weaknesses, and also write down how much time you have in your spare time, so you can dedicate that time to earn more money utilizing that time. And again, I have those, that presentation here, that the Google slide here. You can make a copy of that Google slide. I will share the link down in the video or in my group, and then you can go here and then write down all the skills here, whatever you have. So put the number here, put today's date when you are starting, put all these basic IT skills, design, whatever the skills you are trying to learn, put the current level, and I have here the legend where you are, and you know everybody knows where they are. And then after 1 year, I want you to go back and try to see how much you have improved, right? And then here you have strengths and weaknesses. Put down your strengths, and this is basically self audit. We want to do our self audit so we know where we are today, so we can track ourselves where we will be in future. Because if you don't know where you are today, you really don't will not be able to go wherever you want to go. So that is very important to know yourself where you are right now. And I have here the last point here. Try to leverage your existing skills first. So everybody has some skills. Try to utilize those skills first before you go and try to learn new skills. Because if you have those skills right now, for example, you are in medical profession, you are engineer, you are in real estate agent, you are whatever you are. If you can utilize your skills, that will be very easy, and that will be competitive advantage basically. Other person in if somebody from outside that profession, if they are trying to come into your profession, they will have hard time to succeed than you, because you have already experience in that profession, right? So go online, go to fiverr.com, go to upwork.com, other online marketplaces, and see in your profile with your skill set what other people are selling, and can you sell the same stuff, right? That will be easy to sell rather than going after some skills which are hard to learn, and it'll take maybe 6 months to a year to learn. So start with something which you already know. Next I have here, so if you don't have any skills, let's say this slide is for absolute beginners, you have no background experience, you never worked online, and you are basically starting over from the beginning. So this is for somebody who is starting over. I have listed here some of the skills. These are not very complicated skills, everybody I believe can learn these skills. And the potential here to earn somewhere $500, let's say on the lower side, to maybe $10,000 on the upper side. And then as you go from top to bottom here, these are easier to learn, and of course they're not going to pay you much money. But if you go down in the bottom here, if you learn these skills, and these skills literally can give you six-figure income in US, in UK, in Canada, in Australia, all other European countries, right? So here, data analytics and cloud computing, of course they are difficult to learn, they're not like easy. But these can be learned. If you dedicate like 6 months to a year, you can definitely learn these skills and utilize those skills to get a job or sell your services online on the freelancing websites. But on the topic, if you start here, if you are basically trying to learn something first time, so I suggest you start from graphic design. This is not very difficult to learn, it's easy to learn. And then you move to the web design, you go to the UI UX design, video editing. So pick one or two skills if you want, which you want to learn. And for example, if you already have a digital marketing experience, you can start there, right? That is the field you already know. If you already know how to do the videos and stuff like that, that is the skill you want to start. But these are, in my experience, little bit medium. Very basic will be start with the graphic design and see, like, everybody these days who is on the social media, who is online, they need some kind of graphic design, right? They need a logo, they need a post, they need, all these infographics they share online. So anybody who has a business, who is trying to do build online, even the physical business these days, they need these all these services. So it's easy to learn these skills and then start earning your income online. So next, I will go one by one, little bit in detail on these skills, so you can have a better idea how much money you can earn and what are the tools and techniques and skills you need to you need to basically earn money in these fields. So the first one you have here is graphic design. That is the very first one, right? And I have here the snapshot from fiverr.com. So if you go to fiverr.com, you can see how much they are selling. So somebody is selling this service logo. He is designing logo, $30. This guy is completing the complete social kit, basically logo and the kit, $100. This guy is selling $10. This guy is selling $85. So there is a potential, in my view, from anywhere from $10 to $100 on using these kind of services. You will be designing logos, you will be designing flyers, posters, social media posts, ads, all these kind of stuff you see online on Instagram, on Facebook, on Google, on Twitter. All these things, they are basically done by some graphic designer somewhere, and that can be you. Easy to learn, not very difficult. Yeah, you have to work. It's not like you will be earning in few days. You have to spend a couple of months, maybe 3 months minimum, but it can be done. What are the tools here? We have here canva.com, very easy tool. If you have not done it before, install it. You can install on your phone, you can install on your desktop, you can use in the Chrome. All my slides are basically designed in Canva, right? All my the Facebook page you see, like YouTube face you see, all these things are designed in Canva. So you can do that in there, and you can sell it to social media. The problem with the Canva is it does not gives you high resolution output, basically. So their source file is called .psd, or other Illustrator had a different extension. Those files, Canva cannot give. So you can post in the social media, online, website, maybe on the on your Facebook. But if you are trying to print that poster or that flyer on a paper or some other materials, that's not gonna work. So for that, if you want to do it professionally, you should be learning Adobe Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator. Illustrator used for logos and stuff like that. Photoshop is just to edit photos, and then make them a little better or edit them. So these two tools, Photoshop or Illustrator, that definitely you should learn if you are trying to learn photo graphic design. But as a start, you can just learn Canva, and then Canva can do the basic stuff as a start. But as you go move forward in 3 to 6 months, you should learn these two tools so you can do it as a professional. All right, the next one is Adobe web development. So web design and development, everybody needs a website. Every business has a website these days, right? Even I have my own. I'm trying to build my own website. So every person, every business, every media person, they have a website. So there is a demand for that website, for that basically skill. So here, in the past, you need basically coding skills. Still there are professional website designed by the programmers or coders, but now there are no code tools. For example, WordPress or other tools are there, which basically can gives you the ability. It's a drag and drop tool, and you can easily build a website online. You don't need the programming skills. So that you can do. And then here again, I have the slide snapshot from Canva. You can see somebody is charging $500, somebody is doing it $80, anywhere between $50 to $500. You can basically charge for a website. I have seen people charge $3,000, $10,000. So minimum average a good website which will take maybe a couple of weeks or maybe a month to develop. I have seen people charging for $3,000 to $5,000 in US, right? A high-end website, big companies. I have seen $10,000 to $20,000, even people spending that money. So if you can learn this skill, this is again the next level of the graphic design. You can earn your money quickly. For example, if you're targeted $500, maybe you only need one website to develop in a month, and you have a $500, right? If your target is to earn $1,000 in a month, maybe two website in a month, or maybe high end website maybe can give you $2 to $3,000 a month. So this is definitely high end skill you can learn to to earn money online. Again, here Canva has a basic website, all the graphics and stuff like that you can design in Canva. But for the development and design, you definitely need WordPress you can do. And also there are Webflow, there is a Bubble, Wix, Squarespaces, all these tools, they are no code tools. So they are like Canva, you drag and drop stuff, and then you can design a beautiful website in these tools. So next one is UI UX design. So if you notice, I'm taking in a step by step process, right? I started with the graphic design, then web development. Now I'm the third level is UI UX design. So UI UX design, in last 10 15 years ago, people just creating websites and apps, and there is no user experience was considered. Now in last few years, the UI UX design has emerged really on the in the world wide basically. And that the reason is companies and these entrepreneurs who are making these products, they want to make sure the user get the best experience. So for example, the example here is you install a website, or you go to you install an app or website, and you click on a button and it doesn't do anything, right? So I want you to go to apple.com website or tesla.com website and see how their website behaves, right? How their apps behave. So if you have, let's say, iPhone or Samsung mobile, and then install some any random web app from Google Play or Apple Store, and see the experience, the app which Google has designed, the app which Apple has designed, versus the app somebody overseas who has designed somewhere, right? So you will see the difference. What's the difference? If you click somewhere on the Google app or Apple app, that gives you a better experience. The way the page moves, the way you move from one screen to other screen. So all that basically comes into user experience, and that comes with the user research. You have to do the research. Who is my user? Why I'm designing it? What are their needs? Who is my target basically audience? Are they old people? Are they young people? Are they kids I am designing for? And then you basically see how they behave, what is their experience, right? And then you do the testing. So there are different basically phases in the UX experience. And again, it comes back, if you have some little bit design background, it's very easy to switch to UX design. And why I'm sharing UX design? Because this is high end skill. There are, I don't know, 100,000 a million jobs in US alone which need UX design experience, because all these companies, they are hiring for UX design professionals, and they are paying really good money. $100,000 you can earn easily in if you have a good UX design experience in US. So that is important. I think to keep in mind, if you are starting design, you should have a clear path where you are going. And UX design, I think, is the ultimate goal as a graphic designer or a website developer. If you want to achieve that level, so you can charge more money basically, or you can get a job at a Google or Facebook or other companies like this, right? And to learn this is again not very difficult, but definitely you need some experience, and you need some training. And there is a Google UX design certification I did myself a couple of months ago. It's very easy to do. They have seven lessons or seven courses, and you can do it online. This is available on coursera.com. You need to have the concept of design thinking. What is design thinking? And there are tools like Adobe XD, Figma, Sketch, which will help you to design these experiences in their tools basically. So next we have video editing. So video editing, again, this is you are watching my video. This is a video. I'm doing it first time, so I don't know how that video is. But if you go to YouTube or Facebook, you see these professional videos. So somebody has edited these videos, right? Somebody has cut the ums and ahs. I'm talking a lot of these today, but somebody has done that, right? So if you can do that, you can charge money. And here again, you see somebody is charging $10 all the way $100. So I think 100 to 200, $300 easily you can charge for a good video editing editor if you have some experience in that field. Adobe Premiere Pro is the software which mostly people use. And then Filmora, that is the cheap version. You can get that one. That will also give you the ability to edit the videos in a professional basically manner. Going forward, the next skill I want to talk about is digital marketing. So digital marketing is something basically to use digital media, for example, Facebook, Google, online forums, to promote your business, basically to your service. So for example, I'm reaching you through YouTube or Facebook. So this is a digital medium, right? This is a example of a digital marketing. And what activities you have here? You have a social media marketing, promoting your post on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Snapchat, all these platforms. You have a search engine optimization, so you are optimizing the website speed, website basically indexing, so your people can search you on Google. So if I write, for example, if you have a printing shop, so I write on Google printing shop in, let's say, Canada or in US or in India or wherever. So your website come first on the on this list. So that's where people can click. So because most of the people, if you notice, you don't go beyond second first page. So if your website or your business is appearing on the first page, you're gonna get the most traffic, you're gonna get the most business. So that's the importance of social media marketing and digital media marketing and search engine optimization. Here again, Google has a certification, Google Digital Marketing and E-commerce certificate. They have it. You can learn that. There are really good websites online where you can go and learn the social media marketing. I have mentioned some of these here, but this is there are a lot of resources online available for free which you can learn. And then here you can see people are charging anywhere from $20, $10 to even $600 to optimize a website. So this is really, I think, is a good skills to have and learn if you want to earn money. All right, so next last two ones I talked about previously in my beginning slide, data analytics and cloud computing. So data in analytics is basically trying to do some analysis from the data we receive through our websites, our business profiles, even my YouTube video channel, and this Facebook page I created. It has some data, right? Who is watching it? How many people are watching it? How far they watched it? Where are their location? All this is a data. So data analytics is basically to utilize that data to analyze it, get some useful business insights, so I can target that audience there and try to get more business from that data. Data analytics is very huge again, very popular in the developed world. In the US, UK, you will find jobs. If you go to google.com, search data analytics salary or data analytics job, you will see so many jobs there. More than 100K, 150K, even 200K jobs you can get in data analytics field. And it's difficult to medium to high, I think. Difficulty is, it's not impossible to learn. It may take 3 to 6 months, maybe a year max, to learn this skill, but you can learn it. It is not impossible to learn it. If you are starting from the beginning, from very scratch, if you have some high school education or college education, you can easily learn the data analytics, right? There again, there is a Google certification. I'm mentioning all these certification again and again because they are professionally grade Google certified, right? So if you learn this and then you get this certification, you can definitely get a good job based on these just certification, because then people know like you have done some work. And then you on the side, if you start doing some projects, that will give you an edge. So there are some tools like Tableau, like Power BI, Excel is very common. SQL you have to learn maybe a little bit. Python and R, maybe needed some high and jobs or little bit higher data sets. When you have like large business, then maybe you need to learn a little bit Python and R. But all these skills, and in my view, they are a little bit higher end, but they can be learned. The last one I have here is cloud computing. So cloud computing is very high. What is cloud? So in the last 10-15 years ago, all our laptops or computer used to have a big server, right? Big hard drive, big 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte hard drive, and we used to save all the files on our machines or our computers. Now we just upload on the Google, we upload on the Amazon cloud, or online other places, right? There are so many private clouds also. So cloud is basically, they have this huge and huge server somewhere in other, places in the world, in the US, in India, in Singapore, other places around the world, where they just store like, just miles and miles of the space, where they have just these racks. And these are basically, they store data on those servers, right? And then you can upload your files from your mobile, your application to your databases, and then you can, all that data is here, and then you can search anywhere. Like if you are using, for example, these slides, I did it from my laptop, and I also have these in mobile, the same, that Canva application, they have like in two different places. So that is an example of cloud. Similarly, you have a Google Cloud, Google Photos, that is an example of Google Cloud. So this is again a little bit hard to learn, but there are boot camps, there are basically online certifications available, which you can learn to basically get really high paying job in the US or in UK. Literally you can get like $10,000 job if you have this certification. For example, AWS certification, or Google Cloud certification, or Microsoft Cloud certification. So if you get this certification, you can easily earn through freelancing, doing your projects online, or you can get a better, like high paying job in US or UK and Canada and other else developed world basically. So with that, I have here mentioned all the Google certifications which I was talking about. So you can see here the Google. This is just the snapshot from Google website. They're saying there are 1.5 million jobs right now in these fields, and there are not many people. Literally in US right now, there are not many people who are applying on these jobs, because um, due to the pandemics, many people left, many people are working from home, they don't want to go back to office. So there are many jobs available. So if you have like skills available, you can get these jobs. And these days most of the jobs are online, doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can easily get these jobs. So I highly recommend for somebody who's trying to develop their skills, who trying to maybe get a job, maybe go into a freelancing world, get these certifications. UX and design certification, as I talked about, this is high end right now in the design. Android development, project management, data analytics I talked about, IT support, digital marketing and commerce I talked about on this also. And then they are saying you can learn at your own pace. These are all online. I did my UX design in 5 weeks. But you can do it like 2 to 3 months easily. They're saying 6 months, but if you spend like 10-15 hours a day, which is basically 2-3 hours every day, sorry, 10 hours a week. So that is basically either working over the weekend. I was working over two days over the weekend basically. So I was doing like 10-15 hours, 15 hours at least a week, and I get it done in 5 weeks. So it's easily can be done. All these certification can be done in 3 to 6 months. Similarly, Facebook has certification. So all these certification, if you want to use the marketing side, so marketing side, all these certification Facebook has, and all these are free. So you can learn all these free, and then I think for exam they maybe had a little bit fee, but at least the courses are free. Similarly here, if you see the Spark AR creator, so if you want to go to metaverse, so that is kind of next big thing, right? It's not there yet, it's going to be there maybe in next 5 to 10 years. So they have their Spark software, so that you can learn that to become an AR creator, basically AR VR. That is a high in demand skill these days in US. So they have all these certification online. If you're somebody who's starting over, who has a little bit IT background, you can definitely want to go after these certifications. Here I have mentioned all these resources. These are free resources. The top two lines where you can learn. YouTube is the one. Most of the stuff I learned from YouTube. Just Google it. You will find whatever you're trying to learn. Just Google it. You will find free resources. You don't need to pay any money to anyone. Facebook has so many resources. Even TikTok has learning. If you learn design, if you learn web development, you will see so many videos on TikTok for that field, basically. And bottom here in lower two rows, these are basically um, the online platform where you can sell your skills, right? So Fiverr, Upwork, 99 Design. There are so many others. I have mentioned like some of these here, but there are other websites where you can go and earn your money. um, all right, so what is my bootcamp? So all these things, they are generic, they are available online. So what is the bootcamp, what I am offering in this basically bootcamp? So the purpose of the bootcamp is, because all these skills, as I mentioned, all these courses and all these resources, they are free, they are available online. I believe information in this age, that is free. I have learned it myself, never paid any single penny to anyone. Go to Google, go to YouTube, you will learn whatever you want to learn. How to make a biryani, to how to make a website, to how to make a plane, how to make a ship. Everything is on free available. Only thing you need is a motivation and time and commitment, basically. And that is difficult to have, right? Not many people have the motivation. People like kind of get tired, they get stuck, they don't want to do anything, right? They don't know where to start. So in this boot camp, what I'm suggesting, basically, choose your path. And you basically decide what you want to learn. I'm gonna basically have a weekly lecture like this. This is the first one I'm doing it, but I will do a weekly lecture and I'll give you basic skills, or basically business skills, and all these, which basically applies to all the fields. It's not gonna be just design or graphic design. It's gonna be applicable to everybody. How to set up your profile, how to sell online, all these generic business skills, I'm gonna teach that in that bootcamp. But I'm going to give you the assignments, whatever the field you choose. For example, you want to graphic design or web design or UX design, you choose your course, you go online, you select the course you want to attend. I'll give you the resources. You attend that course, you come back every week, you show the assignment. I'll help you to improve your design or your work on the weekly basis. And after 3 months, if you, let's say, if you do one project a week, let's say if you're making a logo, a poster, anything, even website, if you're designing website, you are designing an app, every week you will create one project. And over a 3 months period, you have a 10 to 12 projects, and that will be basically your portfolio. So if you are going online, you are selling something online, in 3 months you will have your portfolio ready. So you can go and show at least on your page, on your profile, that you have done some work, right? If you're trying to do on yourself, it may take long time to do. And all this is free, I'm not charging anything to anybody. Only thing you need to do, commit yourself and then decide what you want to do. What to expect in my bootcamp? So first of all, you need to have 10 to 15 hours per week. So 2 hours to 2 3 hours, maybe. If you are working 5 days a week, maybe you want to work over the weekend, maybe 5 hours in 2 days or 3 days. Decide based on your time commitment, based on your job right now, whatever your schedule looks like. So decide whatever the time you have, and then how much time you can commit every week. And then choose your own path, basically, right? I'm not saying I will start from design. This is again free to everybody. You can start from graphic design, you can start from web design, you can start from UX design. And then you can start over from there, right? Everybody will be different. My lecture will be generic to everybody. For example, design, same principle applies to graphic design, same principle applies to website design, same principle apply to UX UX design. So everything is connected. You decide what you want to do, and then we basically, just learn from there. I'll help you weekly basis. I'll review your work. I'll give you the assignments. I will give you the project. This is the next thing you have to do, and then that will basically build your portfolio. That will give you the confidence you need. That will give you the weekly basically progress sense that, yeah, I'm making every week. You will see the confidence building. Like, yeah, I'm making progress week over week. I believe in 3 months I can help you to walk, but you have to run yourself, right? I can help you to learn. I can show you the path. You have to do the work. I'm not going to do the work for you. As I said, I'm not an expert. My job as a coach is to guide you. My job is not as a coach to basically, do it for you. I don't have any magic word or something like, I can make you something. You have to put the hard work. It's gonna take work. It's gonna take 10 to 15 hours a week, but it's doable. It's doable. And how much you can earn, that is up to you. Anywhere from $500, as I said, minimum. I believe everybody can earn minimum $500. The sky is the limit. 10,000, 20,000, whatever that goal is, you can achieve. The more effort you put, the more high end skill you earn, you can get your level. All right, so this is the end of my presentation. I created this Facebook group where I will post all my lectures. The Google sheet I shared, I will post the link there. Also, I'm going to post my one-on-one coaching sign-up sheet there. So whoever is interested, take that survey, put your information there, so I know what time you are available. My time basically gonna be US Eastern time, Saturday and Sunday, first half 9 to 12. I will be available. So I will be taking maybe 15 to 20 people in that boot camp, because that's probably I can do in these 5 6 hours every week. I'm dedicating for it. But choose your time, whatever time it works for you. If you are in Pakistan or somewhere other in the part of the world, decide what time works for you. Based on in Pakistan, I think it's gonna be like um, um, in the evening, like 6 to 9 maybe, something like that. So 6 to 9 in Pakistan. In US Eastern time, it's gonna be like 9 to 12 in the morning. So join this group. There is a group on Facebook. Go to this page. There is a group. Join that group. Fill that form there. Also, I created a YouTube channel. I'm gonna post all my videos there. All these lectures will go there. So subscribe to that YouTube channel, so you'll get all these lectures and guides there. So this gonna be I think for 3 months I'll probably create 10 to 12 videos on this topic. And whoever joined the bootcamp, I will assign specific goal for them, specific path for them. I'll design for them, and they will achieve their goal basically according to their own time and their own schedule. Is there any questions? Please ask in the comments. I can try to answer those. Otherwise, you can join the group, and then I can answer also the questions there. If there is any questions, please post under this YouTube channel or my Facebook page if you are watching on the Facebook. If there is any question, I can try to answer those. Otherwise, I wish you good luck, and I hope people will join this bootcamp. And I just want trying to help everybody, not trying to make any money or anything like that. Just trying to help people who are trying to earn money, who are trying to develop their skills. My effort is just basically to help people. All right, everybody, take care. I'll see you in next video.